followed by deep inhalation. Hold on to the breath as long as possible. Then exhale consciously. This conscious exhalation is extremely important. You will understand how much of air you're able to retain and expel. And during this process, relax your physical body and make sure that your mind is focused on the breath so that it doesn't wander anywhere. And once the mind acquires single pointed focus, it will calm down automatically. It is something that is experiential. You can experience even during this few minutes of pranayama, followed by dhyanam. So, through this process of traditional pranayama, one should relax the mind, make the mind calm, quieten the mind, and with a quietened mind, and after studying the Vedanta Shastras, one should do dhyanam, upasana, which is now called as nididhyasanam on supreme truth, which is the Brahma Tattvam. Studying Vedanta Shastras, you understand what is Brahman. Constantly, one has to reflect on this truth because just by studying once or twice, this will not get integrated. So, dhyanam after studying the Vedanta Shastras called nididhyasanam, where you reiterate what you have understood, studied, with a traditional teacher will help internalize the knowledge. So, what does Upanishad mantra say? Sarvam khalvidam brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. Now, if nididhyasanam was not required, Upanishad mantras won't prescribe this. Clearly, the direction from the Upanishad is Shanta Upasita, quieten the mind first through this process, what you have now done, and then Upasita, do Dhyanam, Didhyasanam on Brahman, as what? Sarvam Khaluvidham, verily all around us, verily the supreme truth, only truth, absolute reality. In fact, we are existing in absolute reality. Mere existence is absolute reality. So, there's only one absolute reality, which is Brahman. From this Brahma Tattvam, absolute reality, arises the relatively real universe. This mantra is very powerful because it talks about both the absolute reality and the relative reality. The relative universe, relatively real universe emerges from Brahman, Srishti Sthiti Layam. The absolute reality emerges the relatively real universe, seemingly sustained for a brief period of time. That itself is brief, actually, as per the huge time scale, and then finally is dissolved in the Brahma Tattvam. So, Brahman is called as Tajjalam. So, how to further focus, have a sharp focus on this Brahma Tattvam, which is of the nature of absolute existence, absolute consciousness, absolute bliss. Upanishad mantras take one aspect of this, which is the pure consciousness aspect, and point out that whatever this Brahman's Swarupa Lakshanam, natural quality, natural trait, which is pure existence, is also your true nature. Instead of trying to do dhyanam on the all pervading Brahman, one can also do dhyanam on the Atma Tattvam, which is your true nature. So, where is it? Very much within you. In fact, it is verily your true nature. The Upanishads point out this through wonderful mantra. Ashariram sharireshu anavastveshvavasthitam mahantam vibhumatmanam matva dhiro na shochati. Sharireshu ashariram. Within this physical body, there is there is a principle which doesn't belong to the nature of the body, doesn't belong to matter principle, which is the nature of pure consciousness. So, sharireshu ashariram. And that exists in all three states of experience of the mind. See, one firstly connect with the body and understand that the consciousness principle is different from the body. Second, the connection is the mind. Mind goes through three states of experience. It is present in the three states of experience, but is not connected, not affected by any of the experience, the three states of the mind. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, Anavastheshvavasthitam. That's why it is the most greatest and glorious principle. Tam Mahan. Mahantam Vibhum, most glorious. Where is it? Atmanam, your own true nature. Don't need to go searching for it all over the world. Very much your true nature, closer than the closest to you. So, what you should do? Matva. You have to sit down systematically, study, clarify all the doubts. Attain this doubtless knowledge about my true nature, which is pure consciousness, pure existence, pure bliss. Satchidananda Swarupam. So Mahantam Vibhum Atmanam Hatva Dhiraha. Such a person is called a Dhiraha, the true spiritual aspirant who is dedicated to study Vedanta Shastras, to understand the supreme truth as one's own true nature. What is the benefit? Na shochati goes beyond all sorrows, goes beyond all confusion, delusion, and attains immortality. So, knowledge of absolute reality bestows immortality and supreme bliss, the life free from confusion and sorrow. One has to focus on study of Vedanta Shastra. So, how to go systematically on this path to attain that supreme knowledge? Let us continue the study of the Bhagavad Gita Shastra. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः निधये सर्वविद्यानां षडे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतं वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम् ॐ all of you on cameras chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakrammo Brihadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः. Now chant the 6 slokas that your mind is focused to attain jnanam and internalize this absolute truth. ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम. श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानं येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानं प्रकाशयति तत्परं यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Now turn cameras, all of you, many of you not camera on, chant this 5 shlokas. Very important to remember so that you can act in a very clear way, lot of clarity in the world. Shri Bhagavanuvacha दैवी हेषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं महाम्यहम् मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वमिदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. So, what is the absolute truth? Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayah maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthatah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता एकादशोऽध्यायः विश्वरूपदर्शनयोगः. ओम नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अंडमं व्यक्तसंभवम् अंडस्यान्तस्ति मे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी. ओम. Oh, let's chant shloka number 50 followed by 51. Shloka number 50. First we'll chant, then go to 51. Sanjaya uvacha इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च भीतमेनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, which is called as Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Very important chapter. Write down the key points. First is, it is a chapter in which Bhagavan reveals in a pictorial form, that means what? Visual form, the Upanishad truth, which is that Brahman is the substratum of the entire relative universe, which emerges, the relative universe, which is called as relative reality. Sanskrit is called as Vyavaharika Satyam. Understand? The Vyavaharika Satyam, transaction reality, relative reality, that which you are experiencing, which is experienceable by the sense organs, is what? Only relatively real, seemingly real, and emerges from Brahman, the absolute reality, is sustained and then dissolves back in Brahman. Yato va imani bhutani jayante ena jatani jivanti yatprayanti abhisambhishanti tad vijignyasasva. Now, while the relative universe, whatever is there, which is you are coming in contact with, is cognizable through a sense organ. The substratum Brahman is beyond the ken of sense organs. Are understanding? Ashabdam asparsham arupam abhyayam. Since Brahman is beyond the ken of sense organs, to give what? Some kind of confidence that what Upanishad mantras are saying is actually truth. Arjuna wanted to physically see, so by studying this chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, you can rest assured. So, same Brahman appears as Ishvara Tattvam. Here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna shows to us that his physical body is the substratum for the entire relative universe. Clear or not? Has the entire universe not been shown to Arjuna? Because he has seen all the worlds. He has seen Brahmaji also and all the other beings. So that is the first point. So establishes the Upanishadic truth. Upanishad of Purushaha, which is Brahman, is substratum for the entire first point. Second, now without proper knowledge of either Ishvara Tattvam or Brahma Tattvam, one cannot get peace of mind. Please understand. Even though Sakshat Ishvara means what? Supreme Lord, as Bhagavan Sri Krishna presented himself to Arjuna in the cosmic form, did Arjuna attain peace of mind? In fact, in between, when he's having a lot of fear, he says, I have no peace of mind. Na Sharma. Sharma means what? Peace of mind. That's why people who got the name, surname Sharma, supposed to be peaceful. How? By proper performance of all the anusthana, dharma, anusthana, being on the path of dharma, moving towards moksham. So, Arjuna is not able to maintain calmness because he is afraid of the fierce form of Bhagavan, which is the form of dissolution. So, please understand, Srishti Sthilaim is part of the Ishvara Tattvam. So, unless you have clear knowledge about the Supreme Truth, you will not attain peace of mind, nor will you recognize the Supreme, even though it is in front of you. Right? If Bhagavan comes in front of you, he says, I am Bhagavan. If you don't have proper knowledge, you will not recognize. You will say, you put some Vesham and come. Right? So, that is the second one. And three, most important, this Supreme Truth can be understood only by studying the Vedanta Shastras. Bhagavan has clearly iterated neither by the Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, or all other any ritualistic activities. The Supreme cannot be known. So, what is the only way? Acharya Shankara says in the fourth sutra, Tattva Samannayat Brahma Sutra, Tad Brahma Sarvajnaha Sarva Shakti Jagadutpatti Sthitilaya Karanam Vedanta Shastra Deva Avagamyate. Please understand, only by studying Vedanta Shastra systematically under traditional teacher, understand the supreme truth, Brahman, which is also you will understand your own true nature. Atmekattva Vidya Pratipattaye Sarve Vedantaha Arabhyante. So, to bestow this supreme truth of Ekatma, means there is only one Atman, one Brahman. This profound truth, to drive home this message, only all the Vedanta Shastras are given to whom? Not to animals and others, for human beings, for us to study systematically and make sure this life is properly utilized. It's called Janma Sarthakyam. Real purpose of life is to know the absolute truth. So, these 3 points don't forget in all the storytelling, because what happens when you are listening to stories, the essence of the story is forgotten. People only go, Bhagavan presented himself, everything was shown to Arjuna. This is what people say who give lecture on Bhagavad Gita. They also don't know, but you don't fall into that category. So now Arjuna asked Bhagavan to go back to normal form because he was scared, frightened of the fierce form. And so Bhagavan mentioned to Arjuna that it is not possible in this human world for people to have this vision because Arjuna is very dear. He says, you are very dear to me. I've shown this form to you. And now he says, now you see, I'm going to go back to normal form. And so when Bhagavan was transforming himself to normal form, who should explain that? Sanjaya is saying that Lord Krishna went back to his own form, having assumed a very pleasing form. He wants to console Arjuna because once you are frightened, to come out of the frightened sense, you require some more time. Can you quickly come back? Suppose you are in a shock, suppose you are in some fear or disappointment, depression. Is mind like a switch? 1 second, you are depressed. Next second, everything is fine. Can you come back like that? How much effort, time it takes to get the mind back to the normal state? Correct again? How much time it takes? You all come back to normal quickly? Sometimes, if you have a lot of effort, something will lingering in the mind. So, Bhagavan, see, everything in Bhagavad Gita is very, very practical. That's why it's the most practical Shastra. So, Bhagavan wants to console Arjuna. Before that, Arjuna is first expressing satisfaction on seeing the normal form. Look at shloka number 51. Arjuna Vacha दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः. Sir,
अर्जुन
Gita.
उवाच दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः.
Very good. All of us together. Arjuna uvacha दृष्ट्वेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः. ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. Now you see what has happened? The chandas has changed back to Anushtup meter. That means what? So normal shlokas, not very important. So Arjuna is now saying, is now very happy. He says, Hey Krishna, I am now seeing this very pleasing human form. Those days, humans, that means what? Bhagavan, when appearing as human, can have 4 arms. Have you seen anybody having 4 arms in human form today in Kali Yuga? Somebody is having, then exceptional. Okay. So here Arjuna is underlying the word human form of Bhagavan. Did he not ask for human form? What is that? 4 arms. Chaturbhujam. So he says, having seen this normal form, I have become very peaceful. So what happens? Many times when there is some kind of argument at home, fighting at home, one of the people take a different form, not a normal form. It again, form of anger or krodha bhavam, all those things. After some time, only when you become calm, you're coming back to normal now. We say no. Here like that, Arjuna is now seeing the normal form of Bhagavan, so he has become peaceful. See, similarly, Narasimha Avatara, shortest avatar of Bhagavan. So he was very angry, right? Bhagavan is extremely angry. Yes, Lord Narasimha. So Prahlada had to calm him down, to make him peaceful and calm. So, having seen this pleasing human form of yours, Arjuna is saying that I am now become peaceful. And so he's saying, I now come back to normalcy. So he's also understanding at that state when you're seeing the form of destruction, his mind was not in the normal state. He says, now I come back to normalcy. So you can see that Arjuna is expressing his happiness of seeing the normal form of Lord Krishna. Now look at the Padavibhaga Anmaya for shloka number 51. Arjunaha uvacha. Visarga is required. Arjunaha uvacha. Drishtva idam manusham rupam tava saumyam he janardana idanim asmi samvrittaha sachetaha prakritim gataha. Clear? Simple, no? Now look at the Anmaya. Arjunaha uvacha. That is, don't count in the number of words, but that is Arjuna uvacha. He Janardana, Sambodhana. He Janardana, Drishtva idam saumyam manusham rupam. So Manusham Rupam is the physical form, human form. Saumyam is a qualification, right? He Janardana Drishtva idam saumyam manusham rupam tava asmi idanim samvrittaha sachetaha. All this together is one group. Second is Gataha prakritim. Clear? Very simple, right? So Arjuna attained normalcy. He's speaking in a very simple language. Now look at the meaning. Arjunaha uvacha. Arjuna is now speaking now in a better state of mind. Hey Janardana. Hey Krishna. Drishtva. Seeing what? Idam saumyam manusham rupam. So very important. One, it is a pleasing form. Second, it is a human form. So pleasing human form. So seeing this pleasing human form, that means what? Bhagavan has gone back to normal form. From all this you can understand. Sanjaya's statement, Arjuna's statement, you can understand Bhagavan has gone to normal form. Does it mean that no longer Bhagavan or the Supreme is supporting the entire universe? What does it mean? Now Bhagavan has gone back to normal form in LV sir. That means what? Now Arjuna is not able to see the universe resting on Bhagavan. Does it mean that Bhagavan is no longer supporting the universe? You should think. See, people don't think while studying Bhagavad Gita. Both the teacher and the students. You're all exceptional students, so you'll think. It means what? Entire universe is always supported by the Supreme. Please understand. Except that for Arjuna, Bhagavan through his Maya Shakti visualized this to make Arjuna understand and also us to understand through study of this chapter that yes, there is a supreme reality supporting the universe. How many of us even think of this? That there is something that is supreme beyond even space. Please understand, we think space is where everything is resting. Space itself is a created entity, is matter as per Vedanta. Tasmadva etasmadatmana akasha sambhutaha. Upanishad mantra, Taittiriya Upanishad. So, akasha sambhutaha means what? Akasha itself is created. It manifests. Now, when something is created, what should happen? At some point in time, it should go back to oblivion. That means what? It should cease to exist. Yes or no? That means space also is created. So then what is the entity that is always constant, available, supporting principle? That is Brahman. Except that now it is not visible to Arjuna beyond the what? Of the sense organ. That's why this mantra is very important. Ashabdam asparsham arupam abhyayam tatharasam nityam aganda vajjayate anadyanantam mahatah param dhruvam nichayatan nutyumukhat pramuchyate. My Guruji used to say, tell my Paramaguru, Sundar Mama, that just like the way you have, many of you have committed to memory what? Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lalita Sahasranamam, right? Like that, these Upanishad mantras, what? Kathopanishad, Kenopanishad, Mundaka Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, all these Upanishad mantras should be memorized. That is when constantly you can internalize the Brahma Tattvam, because it is very difficult. One is studying and understanding. Is internalizing easy? Tell me. We've been studying about Brahman for so long now. Atma Tattvam Bhagavan explained second chapter itself. How many of us always are firmly of the established knowledge that I am Atma, Naham Atma. So Aham Brahmasmi, and never get into any kind of depression, sorrow, problem, disappointment. Are we able to maintain that state? Difficult, right? So constantly one should remember. Best ways, memorize all the Upanishad. As we study the Upanishad mantras one after the other, make sure that you can internalize all these mantras. So here, seeing this pleasing human form, Arjuna is saying, having seen this pleasing human form of yours, tava. Tava means what? Of yours. He himself is saying, Asmi idanim. I have now, Asmi. I have now, idanim. Idanim means now. Asmi. I have become now, what? Samvrittaha. Samyak vrittaha. That means what? Completely established. I become what? Sachetaha. Sachetaha. Chetaha means state of mind, thoughts, thought waves. Sachetaha, normal thought. That is peaceful. See, mind by nature is peaceful. Please understand. Just like a white cloth is always white and colorless until you put some color on it. You put some color, blood, red, blue, whatever it is, then the cloth turns into that color, right? Similarly, mind, natural state, what it is during Sushupti, is free from any impression, it is peaceful. But what happens? The moment the mind starts becoming active, when you wake up, what happens? Most of the time, our thoughts are not very positive, right? So what happens? Mind gets agitated. Think about something. What is going to happen? That happened. It happened, right? So slowly, when you start tuning to the absolute truth, mind once again comes back to what? Normal state, peaceful. So here, Arjuna is saying, I have now become peaceful. Why? Till now, your mind was agitated with the what? Dissolution form of Bhagavan. So that is now gone, become peaceful. He himself is able to recognize. Are you able to recognize when your mind is agitated, when your mind is peaceful, when your mind is calm, when your mind is normal, abnormal? At least that you should be able to observe. One of the important qualities that a spiritual aspirant will acquire is observation of one's own mind. Is my mind normal? Every now and then think about it. And if it is moving away from normalcy, try to get back to normal. What is the best way? Get back to chanting Bhagavan's name, Parayanam, Pranayama, then this Dhyanam. Bhagavan says in Dhyana Yoga, what does he say? Yatho yatho nischarati manaschanchalamastiram tatasthato niyamyetat atmanyeva shamnaye. So bring it back to the right thought, which is the thought of Bhagavan. So here Arjuna's mind has become peaceful. And so what he's saying, Gataha, I have attained, I have come back to what? Prakritim. Prakritim means what? Prakriti means what? Natural state. Prakritim, normalcy. See, the normal state of both the physical body and the mind is one of what? Health and peace. Swastaha. Write down this word. So, the word swastaha in Sanskrit or Hindi means what? Healthy. If you break that word, swastaha. Swa means what? Natural. Tishtati. The natural state of existence of the physical body and consequently also the mind is one of health and peace and calmness. Sir, then why we are always agitated? We are having ill health. We are having some problem, physical problem. Dr. Rangarajan is now also thinking, why? What is happening? Because of what? Addition that happens to the physical body and also the mind. Don't eat the right food and maintain proper diet, proper thing, physical body will get affected. Similarly, if you don't provide the right food for thought for the mind, mind will also get agitated. So it's important that you maintain normalcy or the right consumption. Aharati means not only the food that goes inside, even what goes into the mind. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. Now, continuing. So, Arjuna's mind has become peaceful. Bhagavan now wants to address Arjuna in which form now? So, in Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, initially normal form. Then Bhagavan gave what? Divyam Chakshuhu, divine eye to Arjuna. What? Then took the cosmic form. Now has come back to normal form again. So, whole cycle is complete. And now he's speaking in which form? Normal form. Loka number 52. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Sudurdarshamidam Rupam दृष्ट्वानसि यन्मम देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः.
श्रीभगवानुवाच सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपं दृष्ट्वा नसि यन्मम देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः.
Very good. Also then, श्रीभगवानुवाच सुदुर्दर्शमिदं रूपं दृष्ट्वा नसि यन्मम देवा अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. So Bhagavan is still not giving up the what? Explanation of the greatness of the Vishwarupa Darshanam. Please understand. The Vishwarupa Darshanam is very, very rare. And no one normally gets to see this Vishwarupa Darshanam. So Bhagavan is saying, the form which you have seen, not the present form, the form before, because Arjuna didn't want to see for more than some time. So, but Bhagavan is saying that this cosmic form, the Vishwarupa Darshanam that you have seen, that is a form of mind, which you have seen, is very difficult to see. That means what? It's almost impossible for not only human beings, but even gods. So, gods like Indra and all will approach Mahavishnu. You have seen in what? Purana. Sometimes there are films, they will show Indra will go with the retinue and then go and fall at feet of Mahavishnu. Hey Bhagavan, please save us. Ashuras have come. Right? Even there is Mahavishnu in Vishwarupa form. What form is he? Aram sitting in what? That's Seshasayanam and resting. Indirectly, Indra is saying, you are resting peacefully. I am actually agitated, right? Like that is going and asking. Even Indra the Devas cannot see the cosmic form, which is nothing but supreme form supporting the entire universe. So Bhagavan is saying even gods cannot see it, and they are hoping one day that they'll be able to have this vision. They're craving for this vision of the supreme form, which is what? As explained in the Upanishad, the supporting principle of the entire universe. So if you see Bhagavan as the supporter of the entire universe in physical form, that means what? Like Arjuna saw, that is the form that even the gods are craving to see this vision. So Bhagavan is reiterating, it is extremely rare for one to have this vision. So he says that because he's told earlier, because you are very what? Pleasurable to me. So you are very dear to me. That's why I've shown this form to you. So shloka number 52, Padavibhaga. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. So Sudurdarsham. So Darsham, Durdarsham, Sudurdarsham. So three levels. Understand the word properly. Idam. So but it's one word. Sudurdarsham idam rupam drishtvan asi yat mama. He deva. So here, here called devaha. So it's not addressing here. Devaha. Devaha api asya rupasya nityam darshana kankshinaha. So I'll do again. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Sudurdarsham idam rupam drishtvan asi yat mama. Devaha api asya rupasya nityam darshana kankshinaha. So this actually sloka is finished, no? We have to do now Anvaya, right? Is the Padavibhaga done now? Okay. Now Anvaya. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Idam Rupam which is where idam rupam, second part of first word, idam rupam mama yed drishtvan asi sudurdarsham api devaha nityam darshanakankshinaha asya rupasya. Clear? Should I repeat? PV is clear? I'll repeat again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Idam Rupam. Where is Idam Rupam? Sududarsham. After that, Idam Rupam. Continuous from there. Mama. Where is Mama? Yen Mama. Yetu Mama. Mama. Yedu. From there. So, Yen Mama becomes Mama Yetu. Drishtvan Asi. Very clear. First line itself, right? Sudardarsham. That is the first word. Sudardarsham. Api Devaha. Devaha Api. So, api devaha nityam darshanakankshinaha asya rupasya. Api asya becomes asya, then rupasya. Clear, no? Should be easy. Clear. Okay, good. Now, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So, Bhagavan is now speaking in normal form. What said? Bhagavan said that idam rupam, this form. This form doesn't mean the form that presently Bhagavan is. The form that he presented earlier, the Vishwarupa Darshanam. Mama, of mine. Mama is what? Shashti Bhakti. Of mine. That's why Bhagavan is also very clear. Yed drishtvan asi. Yed drishtvan asi. It means what? Which you have seen. So before this form, there was the cosmic form which you have seen. Sudurdarsham. So is very difficult to see. So darsham to see, durdarsham difficult to see, sudurdarsham very difficult to see. The word su when added to durdarsham doesn't mean the meaning changes. It re-emphasizes the word durdarsham. Clear? So sudurdarsham is very difficult to see. Api devaha. So up to here is one portion, one group. So Sri Bhagavan Vacha, this form of mind which you have seen is very difficult to see. In bracket you can put by anybody including gods, but the second part says that api devaha, even the gods. Api means even devaha, the gods also. Nityam darshana kankshinaha, nityam are always eagerly awaiting, craving for what? Darshana kankshinaha, craving for the vision. Darshana means the vision of what? Asya rupasya, of this form, this cosmic form. So Bhagavan says that this is not easy. This vision of the cosmic form is very rare. Even gods are craving to see this. So what should you do as Vedantic students? Should you be craving? When will Bhagavan one day give me Divyam Chakshuhu? When will I see this cosmic form? Just like Arjuna saw the entire form. And then what happened after seeing the form? Arjuna also became very fearful, lost his peace. You want to go through the whole cycle? So, what is the normal advice? Intelligent people learn from others' mistake. Foolish people commit the mistake and learn. What we should do? We have understood all these things. Focus on, very good, Asha madam. Focus on jnanam. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram vidyate. Tatsvayam yoga samsiddha kale natmani vindati. So what Bhagavan is going to explain in the next chapter, the 12th chapter, how to move systematically towards jnanam. Even the bhakti or devotion, what people are talking, they don't understand properly. Bhakti is only an attitude. Bhakti is not an end in itself. So either bhakti or expression of wonder, fear, devotion is only incidental. What is absolute? Absolute is jnanam. That's why it's nothing equivalent to jnanam. So gods are also craving to see. Why? Because do you think gods are all jnanis? Let me ask this question. How many of you understood Vedanta properly? Huh? Have gods attained jnanam? No. You know how you are saying that so confidently? That's why you should study Upanishads. There is section in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Brahman sir. It says that there is only one way to attain the jnanam, that is to understand Aham Brahmasmi. In fact, there is Aham Brahmasmi Prakaranam in Brha. See, actually, Aham Brahmasmi is the Mahavakyam from what? Shukla Yajurveda Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. That section, Devanam api Manushyanam tatha Rishinam. So whether it is humans or gods or rishis, the only way is to study the Vedanta Shastra, understand Aham Brahmasmi, then only you become Jnani. That means what? Even Indradi Devas have to undergo study of what? Vedanta Shastras. Either through Brahmaji or somebody else. So what you want to do? You want to go to Swargaloka, enjoy all the pleasures, then part-time study Vedanta Shastra. What do you want to do? Here itself, Swamiji used to say, Samatta Uranga, Vedantam Padichama, got Jnanam, get Moksham. So make the best use of the Vedanta classes, understand the absolute truth here and now. So gods may be craving for that. But you should crave for getting Jnanam, which is absolute knowledge. So even gods are always craving for this vision. This is called, write down, in Shastras, Atishayokti. Atishayokti means certain events or words are praised beyond normal to give some extra importance. There's not much tatparyam in that. Don't take the what? This is absolutely the real thing to do. That's why Vivakshitamsham means what is being meant to be conveyed is that it is very rare. To show, how can you show something that is rare? See, if normal people are craving, then it is not rare. Are you getting the point? If great people are craving for it, it should be really very rare, right? Huh? So to show that, it's called Atishaya Ukti, Atishaya Ukti. So even gods are always craving for the vision. What? Asya Rupasya, of this form of this cosmic form. Quickly, Shankara Bhashyam, or some small additional information which Shankara will always give, which normal humans cannot detect. So, in Sanjay Uvacha, so Ityarjunam iti. So, have we finished the 49 Shankara Bhashyam last class? I think we finished, no? Chaturbhujam Rupam, Shanka Chakra Gadadharam, we have finished. Now, iti evam Arjunam Vasudevaha tata bhutam vachanam muktva. So, Sanjay is saying that his tatha bhutam, this norm revealed that form of his. So, with which what? Swakam Vasudevasya grihe jatam. So, as a normal human being, he was born in the house of Vasudeva. What was the house of Vasudeva at the time of Krishna's birth? Was Vasudeva a normal house? Huh? You all understand? So, for Bhagavan, no place is what? Impure and things. So, here Acharya Shankara is saying, Vasudevasya grihe jatam rupam darshayamasa. So, darshayamasa, what? Revealed. You say dharayamasa supritaha. Where does it come? In Aditya Hridaya Stotram. The special usage of the word Kriyapadam. Dharayamasa, Ashvasayamasa, Darshayamasa, Kriyapadam. Just no, some form of Kriyapadam. Okay. So here Darshayamasa, Darshitavan Bhuyaha Punaha. See, Ashvasayamasa cha. So Ashvasitavan Bhitam Enham. So for Arjuna who was engulfed with fear, to console this Arjuna, bhitam bhutva punaha saumya vapuhu. Prasanna deha. Means what? In a very calm and gentle form. Means whenever you're presenting yourself in front of somebody, so you say be presentable. Presentable, presentable. So be pleasant, presentable. When you're meeting somebody, you should also not be de-energized in the process. Also de-energize other people. Some people are there. Whenever you see some, what is life? Already you are having some challenges. Looking at the person, you also will get disappointed. So whenever you are, first of all, you should maintain normal, energetic self. So be energetic, energize others, be positive. So here Bhagavan assume normal form, and so Arjuna is getting to state of calmness. Look at shloka number 51. Shankara Bhashyam. Drishtvedam iti. Drishtva idam anusham rupam. Mat sakham prasannam. Mat sakham, his friend. Now he is recognizing Arjuna is my friend. Lord Krishna. Prasannam tava saumyam he janardana. Idanim adhuna asmi samvrittaha sanjataha. Means what? I have come back to equanimity. It regained normal form. Sachetaha. So prasanna chittaha. Sachetaha means what? Prasanna chittaha. Calm mind, normal form. Prakritim swabhavam. Swabhavam is the natural state. I have attained by natural state. Cha asmi. So we'll read Shankara Bhashyam for 52 in the next class. Couple of announcements. All of you seen the Shankara Jayanti flyer? So it's very important to celebrate Shankara Jayanti. So without Acharya Shankara's extensive commentaries on the Prasthanatrayam, it's now called Prasthanatraya Bhashyam, no hope of understanding the ultimate reality, which is the essence of the Upanishads, essence of Vedanta, essence of the entire Vedas. It was great Shankara who also composed also the what? Prakarana Granthas for the Manda Adhikari, for the Madhyama Adhikari, and for the Manda Adhikari, all the stotras. Such a great avatar of Lord Shiva, na bhuto na bhavishyati. So, with reverence, Shankara, all of you should participate. And what? To this, we offer our. Can you give Dakshina to Shankaracharya now? Can you give Sambhavana? Can you build him a wonderful ashram now? Can you do it now? Huh? You cannot do. Best way to express our gratitude is to celebrate Shankara Jayanti. So whatever happens, Shankara Jayanti should not be missed. Let's all get together. Tell all your friends, relatives, other people to join. Send the link to them. Let them join online. And let us celebrate Shankara Jayanti with a lot of energy and devotion. And what should be the prayer? Prayer should be that we should get Atma Jnanam in this life itself, grace of Shankara. So, these prayers, let's end this class today. Continue on Saturday morning. Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tatsad Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta Sanmangalani Hari Om Narayana.